How do you keep the AC blowing cold?
How to keep your AC blowing cold is you keep Freon in the vehicle. AC is ran off of a chemical called Freon. That Freon is what actually turns the air cold in your vehicle. It works through your AC compressor, your AC condenser, goes through what's called an evaporator core that sits in the middle of your dash, and then it blows inside the air of your vehicle. So obviously, like, let's say if you have a leak in your AC system, or let's say the compressor is not working or something's not engaging properly, you're not going to have AC. Now, here's an interesting fact. Maybe you know this, maybe you don't. I don't know. But did you know that your AC compressor runs your defrost on your vehicle in the winter? So it's also important to make sure we have proper Freon for your AC compressor to be able to operate. Let me show you something interesting here. Come with me real quick. So, you want to know why it takes forever to get an AC service, or why it's a little bit more expensive? It's because of these machines right here. So this is our R1234YF machine. So if you got a newer vehicle, let's say 2015 and newer, on some 2015s and then newer, they use this newer chemical. It's supposed to be a more waterborne based chemical. It's supposed to be better for the environment. And they come in little tanks like this right here. The compactness of the actual chemical in these propane bottles versus the old ones is much more intense. And for whatever reason, for people that are way smarter than I am, and obviously make way more money than I ever will, they made that Freon crazy expensive. So if you notice that your AC system is like way more expensive all of a sudden, that's who you have to thank, is whoever made that. Whereas this machine, and we have one other one, but it's being used on a car here, has R134A. This is the second style Freon that happened. Different type of machine. Can't really see the propane bottle as you would on the back here. This one's actually on the side. And that bottle is obviously way bigger, compact a little bit differently, which is why it's a little bit cheaper. And so these machines tend to run on your vehicle for about 45 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on which system you use. And what it does is sucks a vacuum first, and then it does a leak test, make sure there's no pressures or loss into it. Now, that leak test on these machines are not bulletproof. You know, they're meant to spot, is there anything major? Is there any huge leaks on the vehicle? Because it doesn't want to actually damage anything in the system. Let's say you have a smaller leak, a more minor leak, or O-ring. Maybe something's just barely starting to leak on the AC system. These machines are not always the best to be able to pick it up. So there's another tool called a sniffer, and that's able to actually pick up those leaks themselves here. But yeah, this is how you keep your AC cold, is putting crazy chemicals inside of your vehicle.